guys, welcome to this latest video of mine. As the title suggests, this video is not going to be all happy joy, pun intended. So I suggest you get yourself a nice mug of drink, find yourself somewhere nice to sit, maybe get a few tissues out, or some fidget spinners because you might be bored watching this video, and I hope the title tells you what this video is going to be about. So first and foremost, losing my voice. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much to every single person who has responded to me on Instagram, on Facebook, through DMs, Twitter, whatever it may be. I've honestly read each and every single one of your messages, even if I've not replied, and I always have to say this, you have to understand, I get so many messages, I physically cannot reply to them all. I've tried to reply to every message that I get sent, and what happens is I have less sleep, I'm more miserable, and I have no time for myself. So this is part of the reason why I'm doing this video right now. I've had a lot of comments quite recently, especially a lot of DMs and a lot of private messages through my blog, saying, Jen, oh my god, are you giving up on Lush? I've seen you selling loads of things, oh my goodness, are you okay? And I just thought I'd do a little update for you that are interested. Probably about 3 of you in total, but you know, those 3 people hopefully having watched this video will then go, ah, okay, I get it. So this video I think is going to be called something like, and you can obviously see below, I'm thinking it on the spot here, my future with Lush, the reason for my absences, and why I've reduced my stash. Or something along those lines. Those are the 3 things I'm going to focus on in today's video, and I'm going to try and make it a little bit shorter than the 20 minutes that my Lush Kitchen videos are, because this is not going to be informative. This is just going to be me talking at you like this and getting really annoyed that this stupid freaking thing keeps coming out of my hair. This is what happens when you get out of practice Instagramming, YouTubing, whatever you call it. This is how and why, what happens. I can't even speak. I shouldn't even do this video right now, but let's just persevere, Jen. Let's get down there. So, first of all, my future with Lush. Let's start with that one there. I have involved myself in the community so much over the last few years and have loved every single moment of it, have loved every single person I've met, spoken to online, briefly shared pictures or whatever it may be. The community, and I say this time and time again, the community of Lush fans online is incredible. I've met some amazing people and I just feel so privileged to be part of the community and to know you guys as well. You know, I've had a lot of support in terms of people revving up my Lush Kitchen menus, people are still fighting for me to have a Lush Kitchen genu. My blog, allthingslushuk.blogspot.com, just throwing it in there in case you're watching this and going, I don't know who she is, recently hit 10 million views, which is just insane. So thank you to everyone who still uses my blog. I know my blog is really far behind and I'm going to attempt dramatically to get myself back up to date and make sure everything's up to date. So I haven't abandoned it, don't think I've abandoned it. I've just had various things which I'm going to talk about in a minute that has stopped me from being able to be as proactive, as quick at reviewing as I have been in the past. So my future with Lush. As this moment stands right now, or sits because I'm sitting, I'm not going anywhere. There are a few people worried that I was going to quit the industry. Sounds really dramatic, like a film. No, like quit my Lush Instagram, whatever it may be. There has been a lot of people really worried by the fact that I've stepped back and I've been absent quite a lot. You might have noticed on my Instagram I post less pictures. My Lush, All Things Lush UK Facebook page has been barely updated in months. And my actual blog itself that I pride myself on has not been as quick and snappy as I would like it to be. And the truth of the matter is that there are, and I'm not going to go into lots of detail, but there are a lot of things and have been a lot of things happening in my life. Some which have been quite recent in the last 6 months, others which have been ongoing for years and years, and has just caught up with me. For those who don't know much about my personal life, I am a primary school teacher. In particular, I teach year 6. I also have the responsibilities as being the maths leader of the school. And for those who are not teachers, you're probably aware anyway, teaching is one of the most difficult, most challenging, most time-consuming careers ever. Ignorant people just go, well, you get all the holidays and you finish at 3 o'clock. No, I don't. No, I don't. My entire life is governed by this career, and it takes up my every waking moment, and I'm constantly pressurised on a day-to-day basis by targets and getting the children where they should be and dealing with the children and, you know, doing all my mass leadership thing and this, that and the other. It's just so full on. It's more than just about teaching. I'm not going to go into loads of detail, you're getting bored. But basically, I've been a teacher now for 7 years, and it has caused my health to go downhill because I have abandoned my own health to try and put my career first. It was only last year when I started my personal training that I actually made it my goal to put my health and myself first. And I struggled to begin with to fit in even 3 hours a week to go up that gym, but I've managed to do it, and I'm a much better person, a much happier, much healthier person for doing so. But it's still a struggle to even get any sort of time in the day during the half term for myself. Is near on impossible. And people have said to me, Jen, how do you even write a blog when you have this career? And my answer is, I don't know. I don't know. I run on being an insomniac. And that insomnia has come from the anxiety and the stress and whatever it may be from my career. I know that now. I know that in the summer term right now, I can sleep fairly easily. I'm relaxed a lot more, a lot happier. The second it's back into the school mode and that anxiety comes back, I just feel so constricted when I'm working, and it's not a happy place to be in. And while teaching has its merits, it has lots of perks, and I work my utmost best every single day to try and move those children on and give them the education they deserve, I don't know if it's a career that I'm going to stay in for much longer, because I've had to sacrifice everything. And when I want to get excited about a Lush product, I can't, because I've had 1 hour sleep, or I'm stressing because I have to mark 35 papers, or I've had pressure because X, Y and Z in my class did this today or did that, and then I've got parents, and it's taken away from me as a person and governed my life for too long. God, I'm going into a spiel, but basically I've had all this to deal with, and it's just built up and up and up. I had a few health scares a few months back. I had to go for multiple tests. Things have happened, nothing serious, I don't want to freak anyone out, nothing serious, but enough to sort of make me appreciate the fact that I need to work on myself. And that is the reason why I stepped back from Lush, because I didn't want to be a fake person. I didn't want to be somebody on camera who was really happy and chirpy and woo, this is all cool, but really behind, I'm not like that, because that's not the sort of person I am. What I give across to you guys is how I am as a person, and it always is. I don't fake anything, I don't put anything on, I'm not an actor. I'm not that, I'm just me. Yes, I have cut down on Instagram, and for a while I will still be cutting down on Instagram. I'm not purposely cutting it down, I'm just not able to have the time to put myself into that Instagram. So there will be posts by me, I will post regularly, but I don't have as much time at the moment to do that. Lots of things happen in my personal life. Lots that are quite a learning curve for me. Some that I'm still trying to deal with, and they're quite emotional, negatively emotional situations that I've got to try and work myself through. So that's the reason why I stepped back from Lush. I'm still a Lush fan. I still love Lush to death. I still support them. I still love what they do. I buy every new product that comes out. But I sometimes don't have the energy to share that love and that passion with you guys, which is a shame, because I love what I do. And like I say, I'm not going anywhere. You just might notice I'm cutting back a bit, but I will hopefully get back in the swing of things and hopefully can continue that way. So that is my history of Lush. God, I've been talking for far too long. The final part, the part that everyone's like, oh my goodness, Jen, what are you doing? Which is cutting down on my Lush collection. I don't have, and I will never ever tarnish or judge or say anything to anybody who has a very large Lush collection. I had what I now know to be one of the biggest Lush collections in the world, for sure. I love Lush, I love having products, but I've come to sort of, and it's not just about Lush necessarily, but I've come to sort of understand that, and it sounds really obvious, possessions don't buy you happiness. I've realised now, I think a lot of the time that I bought ridiculous amounts of Lush in the early days, and I went on eBay and bought all these rare products, and I just stocked up on them, so I had like 20 bottles of one shower gel, was because for me it was that slight escapism of being happy for the moment you purchase. Oh, I'm excited, I've got 20 bottles of this coming. And I realised that I don't need that to be happy. That's really deep, right? But I don't need that, and I don't want that. And Lush is all about being fresh. And so I don't want to have, and I'd have shower gels and bath bombs and bubble baths. I still do. I've got Lord of Misrule bath bombs. I've got about 20 Lord of Misrule bath bombs. I have used one Lord of Misrule bath bomb this year. The other 19 are sitting there, and it's only a couple of months before Christmas, Halloween, And if Lord of Misrule doesn't come out, then I'm abandoning Lush. But I don't use them in a year. Why do I need to store 30 of one bubble bar? Why do I need to have 10 shower gels of the same scent? Because the time I use one up, it'll be back in the Lush kitchen again. And if it isn't, I can live without a shower gel for a few months. Now, as you can see from behind, I have 2 bookshelves. The beginning of the year, I had 3 bookshelves and they were completely filled with Lush. Up above here, on the floor, around me, everywhere. I then cut down to 2 shelves, 2 bookcases of Lush. I've now cut down to 1. This one here doesn't have any Lush on it whatsoever. It's the few other possessions I keep. I got rid of hundreds of books, hundreds of DVDs, everything. This is my entire, pretty much all my possessions in the world. Minus my computer, a few little bits and pieces, my camera, my treadmill. This is all my possessions in the world. I don't need things. I don't want things just lingering around. Why keep books that I really liked reading but will probably not read for another 20 years? Again, if I'm going to read them at all. I can buy it in 20 years' time. I know some people will say, well, if you bought it once, you might as well just put it somewhere and then have it for 20 years. If I want to read it in 20 years, I'm not going to get upset about buying it again. All the stuff that I've got rid of, I've given to charity, so it's gone to good places anyway. I haven't just chucked it and things like that. But this, guys, is my entire Lush collection. Now, you can't see below, and I'll do a proper video. Maybe I'll film the video after I do this and I can upload it later. Below me, I have a Lush Legends box set. And in there I have about 200 empties. I'm going to do an empties video as well. And then those guys will go to recycling wherever they need to go. On the floor is all my bath bombs and bubble bars in the world. And I am using 3, 4 sometimes, only sometimes 2, using big lots of bath bombs and bubble bars in the bath right now to cut it right down. I do not want to store bath bombs or bubble bars. I might have a maximum of about 20 bubble bars and about 10 bath bombs at any one stage. Maybe a couple of extra of my favourites, but that is it. I do not want to have hundreds and hundreds of bath bombs sitting there, losing their scent, not being as fresh as they could be. The Lush Kitchen bring things out every single week. When they bring something out I like, I will buy a few. I don't need to have them stored behind me. Same with the shower gels up here. This is all my shower gels. It's still a lot of shower gels, but I picked out everything that I just had for the sake of having. Prince shower gel, Happy for Sad shower gel, Narcotic, Dirty Spring Wash. I had 2 29 High Streets, User and Cocoa, Snow Fairy, 2 Hearts Beating as One, Wash That Man Out of Your Hair. These aren't shower gels that I particularly enjoy that much or particularly want to use. So why have them up there just for the sake of having them up there? No point whatsoever. I want to use the products I love, and these products behind are the ones I love. I cut down on my shower jellies, I've cut down on my shower gels. As you can see, my perfume collection is really shrunk. That's all I've got now. That's fine by me. I spend most of my days spraying myself with Plum Rain body spray, and I'm about halfway through, so I'll buy another one. I haven't sprayed some of these, like Curbside Filer. I've not sprayed that at all. That's brand new. I did buy it because it's been discontinued, but it's brand new. These are my favourite perfumes. The only ones that are not my favourite would be Volume 4 there, and I'm considering selling a lot of my Volume 4 at some point in the future. But I don't need to have lots of perfumes sitting there looking pretty. Somebody else can enjoy them, somebody else can use them. And if I really want it, well, if I can't have it, it's not the end of the world. I can get on with my life. I'm not that attached. And that's the reason why I'm selling my collection. A big part is also nothing serious, but just for the last couple of years I've been kind of silly with my money in terms of, as you probably can tell, buying lots of Lush things. Not only Lush things, but buying lots of Lush things, buying the camera, buying little things, you know, a couple of items of clothing every month, so on. It builds up, and before I knew it, I owed a 4-figure amount. Not a massive 4-figure amount, not crazy, but on my credit cards. And I also have come to the realisation that I don't want to have any debt. I don't want to have any money outstanding on credit cards or overdrafts or anything like that. I want to have money in my bank, so if I want to go and do something, I can do something. And that's what I've been striving and working so hard to achieve over the last 6 months. So part of the reason why I've sold so much of my Lush things is that that money has gone on paying back my credit cards quicker. I am now completely out of my overdraft, have completely paid off one of my credit cards, and I'm only a month away from paying off my second credit card. And then aside from my surgery debt, which is an investment I'm more than happy to continue paying, I will be completely out of debt. And that's the important thing for me, is I don't need stuff. I want money to enjoy experiences, to go places with people. I'm going abroad twice this year. And that's more times in the last 5, 6, 7 years combined. And that is what I want to spend my money on, experiences, life. I want to have the money to be able to go and say yes to things. Sounds really dramatic. I love Lush, don't get me wrong. When the Lush kitchen brings something out new, I purchase it, I review it, I try it, I love it, I advocate it, whatever it may be. But I don't need 20 of them sitting on my shelf to prove that I like Lush. So a lot of you guys might be quite shocked, like, oh my goodness, All Things Lush UK has a smaller Lush collection than me. I'm completely cool with that. There's no competition. I'm not competing with anyone. I just have sort of realised in the last few months what is important to me. And what is important to me is that I find out who I am as a person, I grow as a person, I experience life, not having 55 million or the biggest collection of shower gels in the world sitting on my shelf behind me, barely being used and just being added to constantly. I hope this video hasn't bored any of you. I don't even know how many people are going to get through this video. I don't even know how many people care about what I've just gone into detail and thought, Jen, we don't care. Use Lush, don't use Lush. Pff, we don't care. In terms of the Lush kitchen menus, I will try to do them. I do generally love doing videos like this, but the problem is now, like, this is 20 minutes. I love it. It's gonna take me a day, 2 days to put it up online for you guys. And that time there for me is precious to be doing other things. So I can't commit to doing the Lush kitchen video every single week. I do my reviews, so my reviews are always there for you guys to read. I do post on Instagram about things like that, and I'm gonna really make an effort to make sure I do more of that. And I hope this has given you some explanation as to why I've been a little bit distant and absent. It's not because I've fallen out of love with Lush, it's just that I've sort of prioritised other things and other people over Lush. And I found myself a little bit happier. If I go out and enjoy an experience with somebody and I'm happier than when I'm sitting on my own in my room tweaking pictures, then I'm going to choose the happiness. If you watch this and you've got to the end, I will promise you, I've got 1 week left before I go away on my holiday. I promise you I'll do a Lush collection video because it'll be a lot easier to manage now. I'm going to do an empties video, and I'm going to do a, possibly, if I can actually get the time to write down what I want, what would be my Lush kitchen menu, my ultimate Lush kitchen menu. Take care, hope you've enjoyed this video, even though it's rather serious, but let's just end on like a happy note. Yay, fake happiness, take care, bye.